So I did a mock draft where I just let the PFF automatically select the players for me. I did a manual selection for the Tennessee Titans. I just picked the best player available for them. Didn't really give that much thought. But in the first round, the PFF selected Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver at Ohio State. And he makes a lot of sense because he is 6'1". He has good blocking. And in watching his highlights, he does seem to enjoy physical contact. In terms of his stats, he has 52.4 run block grade. He is 6'2", 205, 7.9 average depth of target, 10 avoided tackles, 76 contested catch percentage, 59 contested catch percentage, 13 of 22 contested catches, 5.8 drop rate, 5 drops, 48 first downs, 1 fumble when thrown his way, 81 receptions, 95 route rate grade, or 95% route run, played in the slot 81% of the time. The quarterback has 121 QB rating when targeted, 10 touchdowns, 467 yards after catch, 5.9 yards after catch per reception, 12.5 yards per reception, and 2.5 YPRR. If you look at it, the standard deviation for contested catch, YPRR, and routes, he's up there with Alec Aomanar and above Jaden Higgins. In terms of a physical profile, I have him at a standard deviation of 1.5, which is behind Golden, behind Felton, behind Jimmy Horn Jr., Alec Aomanar, 38-inch vert, 4.440, a fast 4.15 shuttle. So he is shifty and has straight line speed as well as good vertical jump ability. And again, he is 6'1", 6'2", 205 pounds, so he's not small either. And he's part of that national championship team. So those numbers are against the very best competition. Here is success by route, runs the corner out, comebacks really well. And on top of that, he was very consistent over his years with Ohio State. Next, at 55, Jaden Higgins was automatically selected. He is probably a more prototypical X-wide receiver. So he has a 62.3 run block grade, 6'4", 217, 12.1 ADOT, 12 missed tackles, 67 catch percentage, 58.3 contested catch percentage, 14 of 24 contested catches, 2.2 drop rate, only 2 drops, 66 first downs, only 4 penalties, 87 receptions, 29% in the slot, 106 QB rating when targeted, 9 touchdowns, 70% out wide, 13.6 yards per reception, and a 2.6 YPRR. In terms of physical profile, 39-inch vert, 10.67 broad, 4.4740 with a standard deviation of 2.0. The only thing about Higgins is I don't have a shuttle or 3-cone time on him, so I can't really determine how shifty he is, but based on his tape, he does do pretty good with sinking his hips, stopping. In terms of the reception perception, success by route, his post route is a little bit better than Egbuka's. 9 route is a little bit better. Curl route is in the green. So his comeback is only 57%, so he might not be as shifty, hence why he didn't run the 3-cone and shuttle time. Next, PFF selected Kevin Winston Jr., safety out of Penn State. Kevin Winston is 6'2", 208. I believe he's the one that's coming off the ACL tear and just ran a 4.40. Yeah, Penn State safety Kevin Winston runs a clean 4.540 dash over 6 months after partially tearing his ACL. So he had a 79.5 grade in 22, 89.2 grade in 23, and a 61.2 grade in 24. Only played 2 games. He had 46 tackles in 23, 12 assists, 21 stops in 23, allowed 10 of 20 for 50%, only 121 yards, 12.1 yards per reception, only allowed 2 TDs, had 1 interception, 3 pass breakups, 81.5 passer rating when targeted. Okay, next, PFF selected tackle Jalen Rivers out of Miami, Florida. He has pretty good athletic profile, 35-inch vert, 9.4 broad, 5.1440 with the overall standard deviation of 3.0 total. Didn't run the 3-cone or shuttle time, so that puts him right behind Will Campbell, above Garrett Dillinger. I did hear some good things out of Senior Bowl on him. However, he did leave early. Did have a high negative 15 points per game as a 65.8 run block grade. Allowed 1 hit, 7 hurries, 3 penalties, 9 pressures allowed, 1 sack allowed, and he only played 8 games. Jalen Rivers is 6'5", 325. Looks like he played a good 3 years at Miami Had a 53 first year, 70 second year, and a 65 his last year. 7 hurries, 9 pressures, 98.5 efficiency, 3 penalties. Next, PFF selected Jake Bringingstool out of Clemson, tight end. In terms of his athletic profile, he was in the lower quarter of tight ends. Tested 31-inch vert, 9.58 broad, 4.75 40, the negative 2.8 standard deviation. He has a 51 run block grade. He is 7'6", 240. Average depth of target is 7.6. 6 avoided tackles, 67 catch percentage, only 42% contested catch percentage, 8 of 19, 7.5 drop rate, 4 drops, 26 first downs, 49 receptions, 2 penalties, played in the slot 60% of the time, 114 QB rating when targeted, 7 touchdowns, only 6% wide percentage, 10.8 yards per reception, 1.28 YPRR. Next, they selected Zeke Biggers out of Georgia Tech, defensive interior. Thought this guy tested really well. Got a 34.5 vertical, 5.14 40, 8.4 broad, to negative 0.6 standard deviation. He had a 65 PFF grade this past year at Georgia Tech. 1 hit, 5 hurries, 3 batted passes. That's where that vertical showing up. Had 8 missed tackles, 11 stops. He is 6'6", 320. Pretty athletic, has that leg, vertical power, tall, explosive, vertically not very explosive horizontally. Next, at 209, Luke Lackey or Lachey was taken tight end out of Iowa. In terms of his physical profile goes, 35-inch vert, 10-inch broad, 4.4 shuttle, 7.2 3-cone for a standard deviation of 0.8. Not sure what his 40 time is, but he's just outside of the threshold criteria for tight ends. With a 7.2, he's nearly there. So I would say he meets that threshold. I give it to him. He meets the threshold for vertical. I just don't have a 40 time on him, so I'm not sure if where he's at in terms of that. Like he was a basketball player, which is nice. And as a tight end out of Iowa, I'm assuming he can block. 6'6", 247. In terms of receiving, get a 58.8 PFF grade, 71.8 reception percentage, 8.3 yards per reception. Played in the slot 29% of the time. Wide 6.8%, 1.12 yards per route run. 6.3 ADOT, only has a 3.4 drop percentage, 1 drop, 5 of 10 in contested catch, 50%, 2 interceptions, 7 missed tackles forced, 12 first downs, 65.2 rating, 2 penalties. He had a better grade in 23, 66.5. In terms of blocking, had only a 58.8, allowed 1 hit, 1 hurry, 2 pass rush, 95.2 efficiency, 2 penalties. OPP is allowed pressure opportunities, and he allowed 21. 255, PFF selected Kyron Lacey, so he wide receiver at LSU, 14.3 ADOT, 6 avoided tackles, 56 catch percentage, 27.3 catch percentage, 6 of 22 contested catches, 9.4 drop rate, 6 drops, 7 penalties, 78.1 wide percentage, 4.4 yards after catch, 14.9 yards per reception. He is 6'2", 213. At 214, PFF selected Efton Chism out of Eastern Washington, wide receiver. Pro Day, Efton Chism had an outstanding short shuttle of 4.06 and a 3-cone of 6.77. Both times are better than Jalen Noel and Jack Besh. He would have placed second in the short shuttle and third in the 3-cone at the combine. So it's pretty good. Very shifty. So he had 82 reception percentage, 1306 yards. 10.9 yards per reception, 13 touchdowns, 7 of 12 contested catches for 58%, 60 first downs, 130 rating when targeted, 5'11", 200. So very shifty, very stocky, interesting.